Corey Macklin here at ringside, ready to go with another day of USWA Championship Wrestling. Big one coming up here today.
Got about today, but his opponent is Jerry the King Lawler. That's coming up right here today on USWA Wrestling. Got a six-man tag, and we got a USWA tag title match right here today on TV.
Hey, you're exactly right. Also, we'll be talking to the Unified World Champion. All that's coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Battle Royal to determine the Unified World Champion, and we talked a little bit about this in previous weeks, and it's one of those things where you talk about a Battle Royal. I think I mentioned at one point that I don't recall a unified title or belt of that stature ever being determined by Battle Royal, so this was a first for the Unified World title. They all came together. It was every man for themselves. Also, we've said in a situation like that, you could end up with a Jerry Lawler against a Jeff Jarrett. Yeah. Well, that's exactly what happened. Take a look, though, at the end of the match. Watch.
20 men battling to decide who will be the brand new Unified World Heavyweight Champion. We'll decide it tonight. Look at Jeff Jarrett. Boy, Jarrett. Left center right. Now in the way on Lawler. These two fighting out for the Unified World Heavyweight title. It's a brawl for it all. Jeff Jarrett. What a great bout. Lawler and Jarrett, the last two remaining in the 20-man battle royal for the Unified World title. The strap comes down from Jerry Lawler. Oh boy, Jeff Jarrett pulls his straps down and they gnaw away at each other. Jerry Lawler nailing Jeff Jarrett. And again he nails Jarrett. Jeff gets up swinging. Lawler sends him down. Oh boy! The King has got Jeff Jarrett. Man, oh man, jumps up and jumps down on Jeff Jarrett with that pile driver. We're near the 14-minute mark, and what has turned out to be a whale of a bout between Lawler and Jarrett, the last two remaining in the 20-man battle for the Unified World title. Jeff Jarrett snatches the foot of Lawler, and Jeff is going to be the Unified World Champion in 14:04. Snatched Lawler's legs from under him and had his feet on the ropes. In 14 minutes and 4 seconds, we've got a Unified World Champion. It is a fabulous one, Jeff Jarrett. But Paul didn't do that so fabulous. You hate to see Jeff do that kind of stuff out here, but
Well, you saw what happened there. Jeff walks out with a unified belt. A little disappointed, I'm afraid, with the way they got the pin. Here he comes right here. He's got the unified belt, and he's wearing the tag team belt around his waist.
Hello, Dave.
Jeff, hi.
Monday night was the greatest night of my life, and I'm going to celebrate this morning. I tell you what, you know, Dave, back in April 1986 is when I had my first match, over 7.5 years ago, and this is what I've been working for, 7.5 years. And if it wouldn't have been for Buddy Landell, I would have set history, something that's never ever been done in wrestling, and that's hard to do. Like I said, I could have been not only the USWA Tag Champion, the USWA Heavyweight Champion, and the Unified Heavyweight title holder, all in one night. But Dave, if it wouldn't been for Buddy Landell and the referee, you know, they more or less robbed me of the belt. But I'm on the up and up.
Well, Jeff,
I'm on the up and up because this.
I know, but Landell won that match the same way you won this one.
I wish my dad could be here because me and him have talked about it for a long time. Jeff? One day that I would be the World Unified Heavyweight Champion. I worked a long.
And you have the belt, but you won it, feet on the ropes, exactly the same way Landell beat you for the USWA title. We saw it on the video.
Don't rain on my parade, Dave, please. I mean, I've worked a long time, I got up this morning. Most of the time, it's awful hard to get up on a Saturday morning, but I've done it for 7.5 years, and this morning was definitely the easiest because I couldn't wait to get down here. Corey was, I'm sure he was going to be happy about it. Everybody was happy about it. The unified heavyweight champion.
Well, I think we would, might have been happier if it had been a pin right in the middle of the ring, but I don't know. I've been a Jeff Jarrett fan for a long, long time. I was just a little disappointed in the way it ended, I guess.
Dave, a little disappointed. Well, I mean, what's right? Have you changed attitude this morning?
No. All right, Tony Adams.
Hi. Jeff Jarrett, JJ. I don't care what any of these idiots over here say. Any of these idiots have to say. And I don't care what you have to say. Jeff, congratulations. You are now the unified world heavyweight champion. I am so happy for you. I tell you, you finally come to your senses. You have. Because just think about it. That no good Jerry Lawler, I have sat back. I felt so sorry for you for so long. I've sat back and I've watched that no good bum not give you any title shots for a long, long time. And you know why, Jeff? You know why? He knows that you would win. He knows.
I've done it for a long time. If I got my shot, I could come out on top.
You are now at your fullest potential. My God, I am so ecstatic. I'm real happy for you.
I wish a little of you would rub off on Dave. He's not very happy about it, I don't think.
Who cares about this guy? You're the champion. You're the only thing that counts. You're the only thing that counts. You are the champion. But I tell you what, Jeff, I tell you, I'm a little bit worried at this point. I am. There's somebody that I feel is going to really tie you down, weight you down, and cause you to lose everything that you've ever dreamed of. You've got goals, Jeff. I know you do.
This is it right here.
I know
This is the goal I've been working for 7.5 years, and I got it.
I know, but you don't want to lose that, do you?
No, I guarantee you it's going to be a long time before I lose it, because I worked long and hard, and I'll do anything I have to do to hold on to this belt.
I agree, and you should. But just think about this. You know, if you don't want to lose, you need to be around positive influences. You have to be. You do. In order to be a positive influence, you need someone that works just as hard as you do. Isn't that right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, in that case, what are you doing with Brian Christopher? I mean, I heard you even have to lace his boots up.
Oh.
I've seen the matches. I mean, you carry all the weight. You do all the work.
Well, hold on. I think you're stepping over the boundaries a little bit too far. You know, he's been weaving an awful crooked path, but I think I've got him straightened out now, and he's looking on the up and up. You know, you're pushing it a little far there, Frank.
Well, I don't know. It's something to think about. It's something to think about. You've got a match coming up here on TV today, don't you?
Tag title, right?
Tag titles, that's right.
Well, in my mind, why do you need to be in a tag title match with somebody that could cause you to lose? Think about it, Jeff. When you already are the greatest potential you need to be. You're the unified world heavyweight champion. Why do you need to carry someone else some extra weight right now when you're at the top? You're at the top. So just think about it. Just think about it. I mean, I wouldn't risk it.
I'll think about it. I'll think about the belt, but I'll think about it. Dave?
All right, Jeff.
A little bit more happy about
Jeff's the unified champion.
What? Champion.
I know you're happy.
Yes, I am so
I know you're very happy. I just hope he doesn't listen to you too much. Let's take a break. We'll be back with more from the USWA right after this. Title match coming up right here. PG-13 headed for the ring right now. JC Ice, Wolfie D, Midget D with a hubcap in hand. They earned the right to be here today by winning a tournament in order to qualify to get a shot at the USWA Tag Team Championship belts. They are in the ring right now. Brian Christopher and Jeff Jarrett headed toward the ring area. They've got the tag team titles. I see Jeff has the unified title in hand too. He didn't really need to bring that. There it is right here. That's that unified belt that Jeff has. And the tag team belts are around the waist to Brian Christopher and Jeff Jarrett. And okay, Jeff is headed this way. And Brian is headed this way. You guys have got the title match coming up right here. Tag team titles on the line.
Yeah. Dave, I was doing a little thinking. I was thinking about what Tony Adams was talking about, and also, and when I walked through that curtain over there, you know, I got to thinking about the tag matches just then, that anything can happen in a tag. It can end up 3-on-1 if he's to have a bad match or a bad night sometime, and I have to defend, you know, 3-on-1, 4-on-1 if I was to get hurt, and then I couldn't defend the unified, what I worked for 7.5 years. I mean, you know, if I couldn't defend that, this is what I worked for. He would have nothing to lose. I would have this to lose, and I just don't think that the tag titles, I just don't think they're worth it. I don't think this. I'm not going to put myself in this situation. I'm just not going to do it.
Jeff, you've agreed to
And I know I've agreed to do it, but I agreed to this match before I became the champion.
Well, that's true, but
And I mean, this is what everybody works for. And I don't think he can doubt me. I don't think he can blame me for what I'm doing. Because, you know, I've worked long and hard, 7.5 years. I've been tag champion several times.
No, we got a match. Now, come on now. We got to defend our tag team title.
I know you feel that way, but I mean, I hate that for you.
Eddie Marlin.
Let me come out here and say one thing to you. You're right. You signed this match before you got the world title.
Right.
But if you don't get in the ring and defend the title as it was advertised, you'll have to forfeit the belt. You cannot be the tag team champions and not defend the title. Now you need to get in the ring right now.
Come on. Now hold on. Just hold on just a second. Hold on just a second.
Wait a minute.
Now hold on. Now Eddie, you've helped me out for the past 7.5 years, but I'm not a little boy no more. I'm a big boy. I'm a man, because this is proof
You need
of
to
it.
make a man's decision.
Well, that's exactly what I'm doing, because the guy's got to do what a guy's got to do, and I just don't see where the tag titles can benefit me this morning, and I'm just going to have to pass on this match.
Well, if you pass on, wait a minute.
You got to do what?
Well, I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
I got to do what I got to do. This is what I've worked for, and I'm going to have to pass on that match. This is what I've worked for.
Hey, you ready, Marlon? Oh, my gosh. We went through a tournament. We beat up 55 tags.
I know you earned the right, they're right. They earned the right here.
Brian,
We came here to wrestle for real. We ain't leaving till we wrestle for that.
I hate worse than anybody in the world what just happened. But without a partner, it's not a tag team. He forfeited the belt.
Give him to it.
You have to forfeit the belt.
I can't believe this. I cannot believe what has just happened here today. Eddie, listen. Maybe Jeff forfeited, but I can still get in there and wrestle these guys and defend both belts. Can I do that?
You can do that. You can do that, but I strongly advise against it. Because you got 3 guys right here, even though one of them's small. You can get injured, Brian. You don't need to do it.
Listen, Eddie, just let me go in here, and I'll defend both belts by myself. Okay? If Jeff wants to go off and forfeit his title because he's too occupied with the unified world heavyweight title, I'll defend both belts by myself. Okay? Okay?
But it's hard if you want to do it.
Okay, that's what I'll do then. That's what I'll do.
Well, Brian, I admire your courage.
I advised him not to.
Yeah, I admire your courage, Brian, but I agree with Eddie. This is not a good idea to do this. It is legal. As a matter of fact, it's the only legal thing he can do other than just forfeit the belt, his belt, and just hand them both to PG-13. Brian Christopher will be defending the USWA tag team titles by himself against Wolfie D and JC Ice. Midget D is over in the corner. The tag titles are at stake, and there's no one for Brian Christopher to turn to for the tag. You say, what about getting a substitute partner? You can't do that in a title match. If you get a substitute partner, you have to forfeit the belt, and it would become a non-title match. So Brian, doing what he figures is the only thing that'll give him a chance, is to go in here and defend the belts all by himself, and then maybe he can talk to Jeff later and get all of that straightened out.
Yeah, indeed, and you have to understand Brian's point at the same time. When you work hard all this time to win this title, it's kind of hard to just give it up. You
Absolutely.
Back.
And as I said, I admire the young man's courage, but he is in a very dangerous situation right now.
Indeed, with PG-13, and Wolfie D's in there with Brian Christopher right now as we get this right underway. It is the sanctioned USWA tag title bout. As we said, fans, we brought it for you right here on USWA Championship Wrestling here today. Christopher and Wolfie D reverses. Brian jumps off the ropes. That flying press, only a 2 count, and Wolfie D is up after 2.
I admit I'm just a bit stunned still at the turn of events. First of all, in the way that Jeff won the unified belt with by putting the feet on the bottom ropes. I mean, that was not an accident. He did that on purpose and was able to hold Lawler's shoulders down to the mat and became the unified champion as a result. But then you can sort of understand that because Brian's got it down.
Yeah.
Count of 2. I thought maybe he had it for a 3 count.
Yeah, I did too, but it didn't stick. Only a 2 for Christopher. Boy, it was real close in there, too.
But then to have Jeff turn and walk out on a partner in the tag team match, that's, I don't know, that's, I'm stunned, I guess is all I can say.
Well, it's certainly not Jeff Jarrett. It doesn't seem like it. It is Jeff Jarrett. It doesn't seem like Jeff Jarrett.
I know.
PG-13, double teaming. Brian Christopher over here, and J.C. Ice backs Christopher up, puts him in. Elbow, and he takes him down. Tags his partner, Wolfie D. And PG-13, double teaming Brian Christopher. Big back chop on Christopher, and PG-13 tagging in and out and keeping Brian Christopher over in that corner over there, too. Lets him in. Wolfie D comes off the rope. Pulls on Brian Christopher. Rolls him over, covers, 2. Brian kicks out, had his legs up. But only got a 2 count as PG-13 challenging, which is only now Brian Christopher defending the USWA tag title.
PG-13, of course, thrilled with the turn of events. Not only do they finally get the count of 2 again, I thought he had him there. Not only do they get a shot at the tag team titles, but they have the numbers very much in their favor here today on television.
Indeed, they whip Brian in. Double DDT from Brian Christopher, and PG-13 is out. Christopher gets to his feet. Oh, and they double team Brian again, and J.C. Ice nails him from behind, and Wolfie D left in the ring to do battle with Brian Christopher. Nailing Christopher with the right hands over in the corner. Runs him right into the top turnbuckle. Christopher fighting back. Going after Sir Wolfie D. Into the turnbuckle. He slams Wolfie D. Oh, trying to take him over to the other side, and Wolfie D reverses it. And PG-13 tagging in and out again with Brian Christopher over in their corner. And boy, they continue landing on Christopher over there. ACI drops down, hooks the leg, 2, and Christopher up. Boy, there's Brian, and he's been hanging in there so far, going against PG-13. It's been all Brian Christopher against both members of PG-13, J.C. Ice and Wolfie D, in this tag title bout right here today. Series of rights from Wolfie D over there. Look at Christopher returning the favor to Wolfie D, and boy, Brian nailing away on Wolfie, whips him into the road. Wolfie D catches a back drop, goes over and nails J.C. Ice and knocks him off the ring apron. He's got Wolfie D set up. Shots him off the top rope and covers him. 1, 2, and J.C. Ice stopped down on Brian Christopher.
Oh, look at there. Christopher, the back kick. Takes JC out. He's got Whoopi D covered. He's got it covered. And JCI covers him from behind.
Look at that. He just put something back in his pocket. J.C. Ice did. There's a count of 2, 3. This one's over.
Yeah, he sure did. That's a good point, Dave. I didn't see that.
I didn't see what happened, except I saw J.C. Ice, after he had nailed Brian Christopher from behind, put something back in his pocket. Yeah, you did it all right. You are the champions, there's no doubt.
We told everybody one day PG was going to do it, and we did it, Dave Brown. You small, Dave Brown. Look at us. 188 pounds, 203 pounds. The smallest, baddest tag team you will ever see. We are the baddest, the newest. But what's happening, Dave Brown? And now we got this to prove it.
Well, they have...
We're talking.
Yeah.
This does it all right here, Dave Brown.
You have the...
We've been there, Dave Brown, 10, 11, 9 months. Nobody would give us a title shot because they knew if you give us a title shot, we would become the champion.
Why don't you show us what's in your right pocket right here? I saw you put something back in your right pocket right there. Yeah, well, show us. No, you didn't use the hubcap, but you used something. Here's Mike Anthony and the Missouri Tiger, Jeff Gaylord.
What are you two trolls carrying on like you're a champion here with these belts? I tell you what, you're nothing but chumps, man. I tell you what. You know why you're nothing but a chump, JC? You know why you're nothing but a champ, brother? Because if it wasn't for what you had in that pocket, everybody saw you with Brian Christopher and stuff in that pocket. Show us what's in that pocket, man. Show us what's in that pocket. Hey, let me tell you something. We saw what you could do against one man, but why don't you prove what champions you are and take on 2 guys in the ring, huh? How about that? Okay, guys. I'll tell you what. Well, you want to wrestle us, huh? We got a match signed right now. Why don't we go up there and prove it right now?
It's not signed here today. Wait a minute. There is a match signed between the teams, but it's not scheduled here today. But he's right. There's a match signed.
We got some matches signed with you guys in the future here. If you guys are true champs and not chumps, why don't you 2 little trolls put those belts up, man? Put the belts on the line, baby. Wait a minute, Dave. You see, me and Whoopi got together, and I said, Whoopi D, you know when and for sure when we beat Brian Christopher and Jeff Jarrett, and we do become the champions, there's going to be a whole lot of people that want to wrestle us. But you see, in this situation, we got everything to lose and nothing to gain. So my point is to you and everybody else, if you're going to wrestle us, you got to put something up. So the only way we'll make this a title shot, pretty boy, is if you put that long, pretty hair up. So think about it. Think about that. Think about that.
Well, but he did offer to make it a title match, but Mike Anthony's hair would have to be at stake. So I guess it's up for Jeff and Mike to make that determination now if they want to agree to that stipulation in order to get the tag title shot. Man, what a day. Back with more from the USWA in just a moment. The King Lawler with things you've been hearing. Jerry has commented on that. I won't comment any further except to say that we've gotten lots of calls and letters of support for the King. One of the guys is a longtime friend, Tom Nunnery, who's here with us today. Tom?
That's right. Thank you very much, everybody. I'd like to tell everybody, one time Mayor Hackett called Jerry Lawler Memphis' favorite son, and that is really the truth. Jerry has gone out of his way his whole career to help others, and all the charities that we have done together over the years have just turned out great, and he always gives of himself. And we do a thing every year for the muscular dystrophy that he does, and also the SOS people. We're going to show a little tape of a thing we do every Christmas that involves the SOS people out on Jackson. Here we go.
Yeah, here it is right here.
The biggest party of the year.
Thursday night, the big event. That's when Santa Claus gets you. Let's sing about it right here, okay? You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. If you know this, shaking it twice. It's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Special place called the Sheltered Occupational Shop, right?
Right, Sheltered Occupational Workshop. And I want all Jerry's friends and his fans just to pray that this nightmare will be over, because it was a story that was made up and told to somebody else that has already been disproven. And we just got to go ahead and get this thing over with so Jerry can finish out his destiny and unify the WWF World title and bring that back home. So we'll get back to business sooner or later, everybody. Let's hear it for the King one time, everybody. And all of his friends do stand behind him on the stage.
All right, very good. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Tom Nunnery, who's, of course, a friend of Jerry the King Lawler. As he said, they worked on many charitable things together. We've got a match coming up right here. Jerry the King Lawler was scheduled to be going against Reggie B. Fine. First, though, take a look at this right here. Well, I tell you what, we've got the match coming up here. I see the King headed around this way. I'm going to wait right here just in case he has a word or two he wants to say as he greets the fans, and the fans greet him on the way around as he will be going to the ring. He's got a single match coming up here in just a moment. There you see him, the King, Jerry Lawler. Hello there, King.
I got an early birthday card. I want to thank you.
All right.
I just want to come by here for a second before this match and say that I really appreciate the support of people like Tom Nunnery, and it is true, this whole thing has been an unbelievable nightmare. Hopefully, as we've said before, hopefully the end is in sight. It is just amazing to me how this whole thing has snowballed. A story told basically innocently by a young lady to another person, and then this person told someone else, and this whole thing just like snowballed. Now the young lady has come forward and said that she made the story up, that it was not true. but still the thing is still sort of going on. But just hopefully it'll all be dropped soon, and as Tom said, everything can get back to normal. And I want to thank everybody for their support. I really appreciate it because it means a great deal.
There's a lot of that. Okay, King, good luck in the match coming up here. We've gotten calls, we've gotten letters, all of that sort of thing in support of the King. King heads for the ring right now, and, I made the announcement just a moment ago that Reggie B. Fine would come in here, and the fans here, I think, don't give Reggie much chance in the match. I'm going to have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Look at him. Look at him. Here he comes. He's got the full-length fur coat, and he looks like he's ready to win a wrestling match.
Oh, boy.
But looks can be deceiving sometimes.
A lot of times.
Let's see what happens. Frank Morrell, the referee, waiting there.
Now, that's Sweet Georgia Brown.
Yeah, over in the corner, Reggie B. Fine. And Reggie taking plenty of time to get ready to step in the ring. What Reggie would like to do is have a 10-minute time limit match and take 12 minutes to get into the ring. But the referee won't allow that to happen.
Reggie B. Fine takes off the fur coat and the hat and sunglasses and T-shirt, and we're about underway.
Frank Morrell said he's had enough time. Ring the bell, and then he either gets in here or we count him out and raise the King's hand. Jerry Lawler against Reggie B. Fine. Here we go.
Well, one plus that can be for Reggie B. Fine is that he's got Sweet Georgia Brown in his corner. Better watch out for her, boy. Reggie B. gets in and gets out of there. He's out and insulting the fans there, as usual. Boy, but he better pay attention to the king, Jerry Lawler.
If Reggie is looking for support in that front row, he's going to have a long, long day. He's not going to find any. They're behind the King, and the King just patiently waiting in the ring, watching what's going on. Reggie's quite amused by something. I don't know what. A couple of the fans challenging Reggie. Reggie'd have probably better luck against the fans, but even that wouldn't be a sure thing.
You're not kidding. He's got the King in this bout. And Reggie B. Fine over with a fan. Now there again. I can't hear what the fan is saying over there, but
I don't know. He's showing him, is it a picture of the King? He's showing him, tell him who's the King? I don't know exactly what he was saying. Reggie decides. Reggie says, trying to mess with his mind here. He can't concentrate on the match.
So tell the fans to leave him alone so he can think in that. Reggie B. Fine tangles up with Jerry Lawler. And here we go for this bout finally. Lawler set Fine up in the turnbuckle.
The King pulled that right hand back, and Reggie B. decided, whoa, I got somewhere else I got to be right now.
Boy, he felt that right hand even before the hit him. He was ready to go. Lawler just showed him that right hand, and Reggie B. Fine jumped off like a kite, boy. Fine backs up.
Reggie says he's got to take his time. What's it been now? Week and a half?
Lawler grabs him and backs him up in the turnbuckle over there, over in the corner. Takes Reggie B. Fine over to the other side hard. And Reggie Fine comes rolling out of there. Sweet Georgia Brown out to comfort Reggie Fine.
Reggie did hit hard on his back in those turnbuckles after the King whipped him across the ring.
Reggie said he hit me with something.
Yeah, with a ring. Lawler's saying, come on, count him back in here. He spent all this time out on the floor.
You make me mad now, boy.
Oh, yeah, Reggie's mad, he says. He's told the King he's mad. King says, come on. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere.
Lawler and Fine tangling up again. Oh. And Reggie Fine with series of right hands on the King. Nails Lawler again. Staggers the King. And look at sweet Georgia Brown there, putting her 2 cents in it. Beat it on the right side of Lawler's there. The strap comes down from the King. Left and a right on Reggie B. Fine. Backs him up and whips him into the rope. Whoa, Reggie goes under that right hand. Slides under the ropes there, and I couldn't tell when Sweet Georgia Brown. She gave him a belt. That's what he's got.
Yeah, and he's choking Lawler with it. Got it wrapped around his throat. Referee is calling for the bell. That's going to be a disqualification. Yep.
Yeah, come on, Reggie.
Choking him with a foreign object disqualification. Lawler's going to win it, but the King's in trouble right here because he's being choked by Reggie B. Fine. Even though the match is over, he's won. There he breaks out of it. And now, oh, look out, Reggie.
Lawler's got that level step.
Rex Hargrove and Tony Adams at the ring. Hargrove nails Lawler with a right fist. Now he's choking him. Here's Reggie over again. He starts choking Lawler. Tony Adams climbs into the ring. He's celebrating.
Reggie B. Fine and Rex Hargrove, along with Tony Adams looking on, beating up on the King in there.
It's 2 against 1, or it could be 3 against 1 if you count Tony Adams in there, or 4 against 1 if you count Sweet Georgia Brown, who is, at this point, still outside the ring.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
They've got that belt wrapped right around his throat. Hargrove hitting him with a right fist while Reggie holds on to him with that belt wrapped around his throat.
Georgia Brown started the whole thing, handed Reggie B. Fine that leather strap in there.
Frank wants the bell again out. The bell is sounded, but I don't think they're. Yeah, hey, here comes Brian Christopher rolling in.
Christopher goes Rex Hargrove. Going after Reggie Fine and Rex Hargrove, and they're out of there. That leaves Tony Adams up.
Whoa, he got his hands on it. But she got out of there, just barely made it out of the ring as Brian Christopher, for a moment, had Tony Adams. He's checking. Looks like Lawler is okay, but man, he really got nailed with that belt. They choked him time after time after time. He wins it by disqualification. We'll be back with more in a moment. Six-man tag team action schedule later on. We got a single match schedule right here in just a couple of minutes. But first, headed this way right now, the All-American former University of Tennessee volunteer football player Rex Hargrove with Tony Adams. And the fans not too happy to see either one of them.
Oh, I'm furious. Look at this. Brian Christopher, this is a $3,000 dress. This costs more than the car you're driving. You little pervert, you just wanted to see my fanny. I swear to God, I swear, if it takes everything within my body until the day I die, Brian Christopher, I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to get you completely destroyed. In this field of professional wrestling, you're going to be bankrupt, boy. Look at this dress.
Brian Christopher, I'm going to break you down like a shotgun. I'm going to break you like a twig. And when I'm done with you, you're going to wish you're dead. But I'm not going to let you die, baby. I'm just going to kill you real slow. You're going to wish you were dead.
Well, the words from Rex Hargrove and Tony Adams obviously focused on...
So be it, Brian Christopher. So be it. Rex Hargrove is going to wipe you out, and I'll send you my bill, baby.
Brian Christopher receiving all sorts of threats from Tony Adams and Rex Hargrove. Hargrove has got a match coming up right here against Del Rios. This single match set to go. Referee Frank Morrell calls for the bell, and Rex Hargrove climbs through the rope. We will be underway very shortly. Tony Adams at ringside, very, very unhappy. Not only did Brian Christopher almost have her in the ring for a while, but he ripped her dress, and she is just very upset.
No, she should be a little happy than what she is, because Brian Christopher almost ripped her up other than that dress.
Exactly right. $3,000 the dress cost, she says.
Oh, boy. Del Rio's going against Hargrove. Look at here. Hargrove got him.
Wow.
He got him. 1, 2, 3. He nailed Rios right in the back of the head, covered him, and got the win that quick. Rex Hargrove gets the win over Del Rios as soon as we got this bout underway.
Well, it does tell you a little bit about the ability of that man right there, Rex Hargrove. Like what he says or not, and most fans don't, and especially that he's hanging out with Tony Adams, but he's tough when he climbs in the wrestling ring. Man, he took almost no time at all to get the victory here today. As we mentioned, we've still got a 6-man tag team match scheduled. We'll be back with more in a moment. And they just jumped in the ring and started fighting each other. Everybody's in there, all 6 of them, and the referee, Frank Morrell, trying to get it sorted out. He's got a tough assignment here today.
Indeed, boy, anytime you got a 6-man tag, it is tough for the referee. Anthony's got the spoiler over here, takes the big guy out. Well, the clothesline looked like we finally got it paired off into one from each team. Mike Anthony going against the big spoiler. Tag on the American Eagle. Eagle comes in, and the spoiler.
He was desperate for a tag.
Yeah.
He was waving.
He was waving and swinging his head. He wanted to make sure he didn't miss his tag in there. Eagle and the Bandit. I'll find out the slam. Look at that move. 2. Whoa. Takes the Bandit down and attacks the Missouri Tiger. Here's Jeff Gaylord. Gaylord comes in, working on that arm to find out the slams. Bandit. Of course, the Missouri Tiger wrestles in out of St. Louis, Missouri. Home of the St. Louis Cardinals. Not good luck for the Cardinals this year. Maybe good next year. Let's hope so. Yeah. Tag on Tiger Mike Anthony.
What was that? I would say
somebody's elbow pad flying across there, yeah. Anthony, nice drop kick. Takes the Bandit down in there. Bandit gets off at a nice arm drag from Tiger Mike Anthony. This guy can wrestle. He can really move. This is Mike Anthony. Back on the American Eagle. Eagle flips the Bandit over. Well, 6-man tag over in the corner. Gaylord, Anthony, and the Eagle worked it out real good over there. Tagging in and out real well. Gaylord slams the Bandit down and tags Mike Anthony. Anthony comes in. Backs the Bandit up and whips him into the ropes. Oh. And it came off. Now Anthony holds his leg so he can't get the tag over there. And tags his partner, his textbook of the Team 5 Elder Slam. Yeah. A little double teaming from Phi Delta Slam and a forearm. Followed by an elbow as the Bandit goes up to Mike Anthony. He tags the spoiler. Drop kick from Anthony. He tags the American Eagle. Oh, looks like everybody's coming in. Again, we've got them all in there. Finds out the slam, the spoiler, the American Eagle. Mike Anthony, Jeff Gaylord. They got the spoiler coming over here. Eagles got it. 1, 2, 3, that'll do it. Gonna be Anthony, Gaylord, and American Eagle. They'll get the official win in this one, Dave.
They got the pin on the spoiler, and this one is over. The first fall history there. Their hands are raised as they head back to the dressing room. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
hauntingly beautiful music in movies, on radio and TV. He's sold over 20 million records round the world. His name is Zamfir, master of the pan flute, that magical instrument with the unforgettable sound. Now in his magnificent all-new collection, Zamfir plays the world's most beautiful melodies. Relax as Zamfir sweeps you away to a world of haunting, tranquil beauty. Your best-loved melodies. Richly orchestrated in Zamfir's all-new two-record treasury. But remember, this magnificent collection is not sold in stores. Please stay tuned to order.
Use your credit card and save COD charges by calling toll-free 1-800-776-5800. Or, to save all additional charges, send check or money order for only $12.98 for 2 albums or 2 cassettes, or $19.98 for 2 CDs to Zamfir, FDR Station, P.O. Box 5195, New York, New York. Remember, that's Zamfir, FDR Station, P.O. Box 5195, New York, New York.
Well, that one ended with the spoiler being pinned right there in the middle of the ring. We got off to a start today that was a little bit unusual. PG-13, of course, had won the right to get a tag team title shot by winning a tournament. So they were in here to challenge Jeff Jarrett and Brian Christopher. After listening to Tony Adams and making his own decision about it, Jeff Jarrett did this right here at time for the tag team title defense. Eddie Marlin said, "You're going to have to climb in there and defend it." Jeff said, "No, the unified title is much more important. I might get hurt. I am leaving here with the unified title, and I am not going to stay and help Brian defend the tag team belt." So he left. Brian, and as I said during the match, I greatly admire his courage, but he really was just outnumbered in the match with PG-13. They had Midget D over in the corner, too. And as a result, Brian ended up getting pinned, losing the match. PG-13, I think J.C. Ice had something in his hand. But anyway, PG-13, the new USWA Tag Team Champions. We're out of time here today. We'll have more next week. Until then, for Corey Macklin, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of USWA Championship Wrestling.
The animals in the forest. If they could talk, what would they say? They might say, "Be careful with fire in the forest." Just like Smokey says, only you can prevent forest fires.
Beach Park in New Jersey, it's the Rick Turner Show. Joining Rick tonight will be Rocco the Magician and musical guests, the Youngsters. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing America's highest octane, cleanest burning